Welcome to the Rotunda, the longest running maternity hospital in the world and the busiest in Europe. It has seen the birth of almost 1 million Dubliners, and some 24 new babies are added to that number every day.
Well done.
Congratulations.
It's a place of extreme highs and devastating lows.
Please cry.
Agony and ecstasy, all happening second to second.
Lovely little fella.
We're there for the most intimate of moments as people experience events which will change their lives forever.
Yeah, the baby's almost out, come on.
Events to be remembered and retold for generations to come.
Well done, you're okay. Your baby's nearly here. Oh, here we go.
Partners are great, like, you see the love like that they give to the women. Even the first kiss afterwards, it's lovely to see them, you know, it's like, oh, well done, honey, or, you know, you did it.
It's okay, Daddy and Mommy.
You can really see them falling in love all over again.
Sophie and Daryl are arriving in the delivery suite, expecting their first child today. Their relationship started as a holiday romance when Sophie was just 16.
I was at my uncle's wedding in Tenerife about 4 years ago, and Daryl was on a lad's holiday, and it was my first time I was allowed to go out to the nightclubs and stuff, and then I met him then.
It was a love at first sight, yeah. She was, I don't know, she always just sort of caught my eye, and then there was always something about her, like, even when we weren't talking for a while, was we?
Yeah.
I just sort of always thought about you.
Oh, fuck. I had a miserable pregnancy. The whole thing was horrendous. Oh my God, my back.
Do you want to stand up? You might feel a bit better.
My mum always said, any pain relief they give, take it. And I was like, yes, I will take anything you give me. Anything. Yeah.
Okay.
So sore now.
I know. Holy God. Very squeamish, yes. Blood, needles and cuts and just little things
Sick.
like sick. Yeah, I'm very, very squeamish.
Yeah.
Maybe like fist. Fist.
I was very worried that my legs were going to give way. I just had an image, and where we were talking about it beforehand, weren't we? Everyone was building it up, and I'm thinking, I'm going to pass out.
You don't like?
No.
Don't look then.
Yeah, I've always wanted kids. Even when I was a little girl, I would have always played with dolls and stuff. It was kind of a thing to be a mum, but I didn't obviously expect it to happen this early.
It will need a vest or a newborn vest.
A newborn vest?
Yeah, so take them out, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know what to expect because my sister's got a little girl, but that's probably the only little baby I'd been around. Is this one? And I hadn't changed nappies or anything like that. I'd just done the cuddles, and then you pass them back then, don't you?
Daryl, I can't look, babe. Oh, I keep dropping the gas. You need to learn, Daryl, what the stuff is.
And so I don't get to hold the baby until...
It depends. I don't know, baby. I might be allowed to just, give the baby to you. They'll tell you.
No, I don't want it with all the blood and that on it.
Oh, okay. No, your dad doesn't want to hold you when you have blood and all on you.
No, I'll look at him when he's on your chest.
Look at her.
Him.
Her. It's gonna be a girl.
My family and all were like, no, you can't find out. It's the best thing not to know if it's a boy or a girl. And we were like, right, okay, we won't find out. But then it was my 20-week checkup, so I knew it would be kind of like a detailed scan. She's like, right, do you want to find out? And we were like, yeah, go on, tell us. Yeah, no, the baby won't move its legs. Its legs are locked against, so I actually can't tell you what you're having. So we kind of knew that was a sign that we weren't meant to know.
Today is my husband's birthday. I bought him a birthday card at least a week ago, and actually it was an expensive one. You know where you pick up a
nice
card,
one, yeah.
You get to the flip and check and you realise, my card is going to be in the bill after 2 days.
I know, it'd be right.
Thank you, yeah.
Today's my birthday. Is it? Oh, happy
Okay, you want
birthday.
to share a birthday with the man of my dreams?
On their way to theatre are Ciara and PJ, who are expecting their second child. Their baby is in a breech position and they have opted for a cesarean delivery. When the couple first met online, they seemed to make a good match.
Like it was nearly like a social network more than just a dating website. So you could make up like quizzes and questionnaires, and there was a quiz, how punk are you? And I got 69 out of it. I thought that was really funny. On a dating site, the innuendo. So there was a little option of email the creator and sent a really embarrassing, corny email. And that was the start of things 13 years ago.
Yeah. I was only actually looking for like a short-term relationship at the time. I was kind of like, right, I'm gonna just see what this whole thing is like, and I'm like, yeah, you know, have a girlfriend for a couple of months and then another girlfriend and see what happens. And yeah, it's first
3 years married
first
now.
attempt, yeah.
Ciara and PJ had problems conceiving with their first child, so they decided to start costly fertility treatment.
We had said that we would spend a certain amount of money on a honeymoon and we would go to Las Vegas. And I asked him, what would you think if we axed Vegas and we just did this as soon as possible? And he just said yes straight away. That was it.
Fortunately, Ciara got pregnant with their first child, Fia.
We couldn't believe it was only twice. You know, we know other couples who've gone through much, much longer journeys.
After the birth of Fia, Ciara developed postnatal depression. She then became pregnant, this time naturally, when Fia was only 9 months old.
It was a real mixed bag of, oh my God, this is amazing, we conceived naturally, to, oh my God, how are we going to do this? It's so soon after Fia to be going through all of that again, but sure, look, it'll all come flooding back to us. We were still slap bang in the middle of postnatal depression, and here we were pregnant again.
Yeah.
This is an antacid drink, so you have to drink the whole bottle. Okay, kind of taste it, liquidy.
Well, postnatal depression is a depressive illness that affects about 10 to 15% of women after having a baby. It usually starts within a few weeks, maybe within the first 6 weeks following delivery. Although in about a third of cases, it actually starts earlier in the pregnancy. So it can actually start before the baby is born.
The anxiety was just kind of taking on flight of its own. Like thoughts that were coming into my head were starting at, oh, what if the person driving her hasn't strapped her into the car seat properly, which would spiral into, oh, well, they're definitely going to crash. I can nearly see them crashing in my head. And I wouldn't be able to verbalise any of this to PJ. I'd just be getting more and more wound up and upset, and all I could do was cry or snap at you.
The characteristic symptom is a depressed mood. It's a woman feels down, feels low, feels very unhappy. She may be tearful. She may say she cries for no reason at all. So postnatal depression frequently will put a great strain on a relationship, and that can actually lead to relationship breakdown.
There was days I could get up and kind of wondering what was going to happen, how were things going to pan out, because the anxieties and issues, you just didn't know what could trigger them.
I had come to the conclusion that I shouldn't be in Fia's life for her own sake, and that was the scariest point, was to have those thoughts and those feelings and to be so sure. You know, it's really hard to explain how sure I was that actually this is the direction that things needed to go.
Ciara started regular counselling sessions to deal with her depression.
I had about 20 sessions with a psychologist, and I think even from the first and second session, things just all started to make more sense. I'm the kind of person that if I can understand why things are happening or where these thoughts are kind of starting from and rationalise them, that things will make sense for me and things will start to click. I think if you can understand your thoughts, you can change your behaviour, and things just started to really, really slowly but surely improve for us.
She's been through a lot the last 2 years roughly, and just,
you saw, she's still here. She's incredibly, you know, keeping her head up, going in for this. So she's incredibly strong, whether she knows it or not. You know, she is.
Midwife Veronica is checking how far dilated Sophie is.
So what do you think?
As with most first-time mums, she expects progress to be slow.
Before I went up to the labour ward, I was 3 centimetres, and then I came back in and she checked me a few hours later. She's like, "You're still 3." I was like, "Oh no, it's going to be one of these where it stays the same, goes up 1. And then she came back 2 hours later and she's like, "Do you want to guess what you are?"
Tell me a number.
6.
5.
Well, I'm going to say 9.
9.
You're joking.
No.
Yes.
No.
9.
We are expecting 1 centimeter per hour. In Sophie's case, when I examined her first, she was 3 centimeters dilated, and after 2 hours, she was 9. That's a huge progress.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're a bit in shock, aren't you?
Yeah. I thought you were less than. I was just there
Yeah, I put my face like.
Yeah, I was just there like 9. She was like, "She's lying." I was like, "I'm
Looking
5.
looking disappointed, but no, I was joking. Yeah.
We want a poppy for a girl, and I think she's
saying puppy.
Puppy, and she was like, "Puppy."
How would you call a baby dog? Puppy?
Puppy.
Puppy.
Puppy. And this is?
So puppy is a dog, and then poppy.
Puppy.
Poppy.
Oh, nowadays, everybody put like weird names to their babies.
Poppy is the baby's name, and puppy is the little dog.
And how do you spell the baby's name?
Poppy, and puppy is Puppy.
And for me, it sounds the same. I don't really get the difference.
Just here. So, Daddy.
Daddy.
Sorry.
I have a work for you.
Right.
Wherever the lips comes, there's an alarm. I will let you know when it's alarming. Yes, I need you to press this button.
Right.
Because I will be in the other side.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
A friend of mine, his girlfriend had his daughter, was it about 4 weeks before? But it wasn't the best birth. They had to sort of get the emergency team in, and so I had that in my head.
You can sit down. You know, once you hear a beep, though, go.
Yeah, you are going to stay with us. Yeah.
And I didn't want to tell Sophie because I wasn't going to scare her. And she said, "Oh, did Tom's little girl come out fine?" And I'm saying, "Yeah, it was fine." And I'm thinking, "Oh God, I don't know what's going."
Why are you panicking?
I don't know.
You don't have to push.
I was giving it sort of the macho, yes, be fine. And then when it gets to like, you're thinking, "Oh,
he's like,
Jesus,
oh, no,
I don't know."
Yeah.
Why you laugh?
You're just funny. Typical men, like. You wouldn't be able to do this. That's why we do it.
I'm metabolic. I'm 48 in June, and I came up as 48.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
My visceral fat, is it your visceral thing?
Yeah.
That was normal.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that was.
Why did it tell you that you were in obese? It didn't tell her she was obese. She's lying.
No, I'm not. I swear to God. On the graph with your height and your weight, I'm heading out of the end of the normal zone into the.
Yeah, but the normal, like, everyone is top end of normal.
Well, she told me I need to get back in the middle to have a bit of leeway. She told me to come back to her in 3 months. I'm sitting, and I was only in for my little 5K, and I thought I'd be lighter because I felt I was having a thin morning. Anyway, I wasn't having a thin morning.
Ciara and PJ have had a new baby boy, who they have called Cuan.
We heard his little cry, and I remember him being brought over to me, to my side of the curtain, and just touching his little face. And I just thought, oh, that's just all been worth it now. So then there was the whole palaver of stitching me back up, and actually they had said to PJ, "Oh, Dad, do you want to come over and meet your son?" And PJ wouldn't go. Sorry, I'm actually kind of choked up remembering that part. PJ wouldn't go. He said, "No, I want to stay with my wife until she's okay."
This is what all the fuss is about.
She needed me more there. This was not a good labour, and everything that we've gone through, like I just couldn't walk away.
It's definitely had an impact. You can't deny that it's had an impact on our marriage. Certainly, we've both come to the conclusion that we would like to go for just some couples counselling, not because we're on the edges of splitting up, far from it, but just it was a lot to go through together and two different experiences of the whole thing. I have a wraparound service between the Rotunda's mental health team and my own mental health team, just to check in and make sure that there's no relapse, no new issues, just keeping myself well, basically.
Just can't get complacent about things. As much and all as she supports and everything is in place and we have people, just still there will be that part of me that's a little bit over vigilant, just watching and just making sure everything is kind of ticking along. Thanks, guys. Ready?
When I first started as an orderly, we had tables in the wards. It was a great thing because the girls used to go to their spot. There'd be only so many boiled eggs on the table. They used to dive for their boiled egg and their cereal and their bit of toast and their tea. But that's when they all had the chats. And then as soon as the babies start crying, they gradually go back to each bed. It was good fun in those days with the tables.
It's 6:55 a.m. and after 7 hours in the delivery suite, it's time for Sophie to start pushing.
Let me pull it, but you just hold the weight.
Right, yeah. I won't be able to look down there.
Don't look down there.
I'm looking over there. My legs will go.
Your legs will go?
No, they won't really, but I just won't be able.
Just don't look.
No, I'm looking at that.
Before I even started pushing, like she was telling me that now you could be like 45 minutes. You know, it's the average of women, especially their first baby, to be pushing for ages. And I was just like, I actually do not have the energy to push that hard for so long.
It's a huge push, that's the one. Come on, honey, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. A little bit more. That's it, and again.
3 nose.
Elbows out.
Go.
Sophie, elbows out, honey. That's
Go on,
it.
Soph.
That's it, keep going, a little bit more. You're moving, baby, now. Come on, honey, keep going, keep going. Okay, breathe, and
3
again.
nose.
I knew when she was like, push, like I was giving it my all, like 100%.
Okay, focus on the pushes, okay, honey?
Go for it, Soph.
Okay, so take a deep breath into the nose and huge push down.
Come on,
That's
Soph.
the one. Come on, honey, keep going.
Come on, Soph.
A little bit more,
Keep
more,
pushing,
more,
keep
more,
pushing.
more. That's it, huge push down. Okay, and now relax.
Oh, I had to press the button. What was it, when it was beeping?
Yeah, when it started beeping, you had to press
Yeah.
it to stop.
Do you mind?
She said, you gonna press that? I know. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was only one job and I didn't even do that right at one point, did I?
Amazing push, I promise. You know, the head is almost to be crowning. Crowning means that the baby's never going to come back.
Okay.
And after this push, the baby's much better. Okay?
Okay.
In the Rotunda's pillar room, performing for a fundraising event for the hospital, is expectant first-time mum and professional opera singer Yana and her husband Emmanuel.
Actually, we met in church in Romania, and we were in a choir, in a youth choir. So everything resumes to music, you know.
Yana is like a dream come true for me, to be honest. Since I met her the first time, we were like kids, and I knew that that girl is special, has something special in her. I don't know what. I'm in love with her voice, but like Yana is very friendly, and she's a very good person.
He's very sociable and very friendly, and I really like that. And he smiles and makes jokes, and he also sings nice.
Joanna had been complaining of feeling ill, but Emmanuel had a hunch that something was up.
No, it was like a strange feeling for me, let's do a pregnancy test, let's try it. I don't know, maybe it's not, maybe it's 1% chances, to have it.
It was a nice surprise, actually, which I didn't kind of expect. I thought I had like a bug or something, a stomach bug, because I was vomiting and I didn't know I was pregnant.
Baby will be doing a lot of headbutting, and that's great because that's going to get the colostrum down. It's going to stimulate the hormones. But the baby...
At a Rotunda breastfeeding class, Joanna is studying up on the brand new world of breastfeeding your baby.
If you're sectioned, midwife is going to give you the baby this way so they can keep working on you here while you're doing your skin to skin. So it's no different. Joanna was concerned because she was having a section that maybe the baby wouldn't latch within the first hour of birth. So I did explain to her she could hand express if the baby doesn't latch immediately after birth. This is what I love about this group, because we'd have a mixture from mums to be from other countries, and we actually learn from each other. Our breastfeeding rates are quite high in the Rotunda. They're increasing every year. Just like in Ireland, our breastfeeding rates are increasing. Your right hand and placed on baby's shoulders, excellent, and take your other hand away. So bring your right hand right up to the shoulders, thumb under one ear. It's easier for me of a smaller baby, fingers under the other.
No headache, nausea and vomiting.
Joanna wanted to have a natural delivery, but since childhood she has suffered from a condition which makes a cesarean section the safer delivery option.
So do you know what you're having, a boy or girl?
A boy.
Oh, lovely.
Philip, we think.
Oh, that's
name
lovely.
Him.
So you're on the countdown now, which is fantastic.
The risk for Joanna, if she was to go into labour, would be that the baby's head would come down onto her pelvic floor and put pressure on her bottom. And particularly during the stage of labour where she would begin pushing, we tell women frequently, push into your bottom. The danger would be that Joanna would push out the rectal mucosa.
I was looking through your notes, and I know you'd met Dr. Rishi, and we'd had that kind of clear conversation around how we felt that it would be much better for you to keep the pressure off the back, particularly your bowel with the pushing. So the hope is at 39 weeks that we're going to give you a date to work towards, because otherwise it's a very long 9 months. And we'll bring you in fasting at around 39 weeks for cesarean.
Okay.
Have we given you a date yet?
Yeah, 8th of May.
Oh, fantastic. Hello, there he is. Oh. And you can see there's his hand up in front of his face.
Back in room 8, Sophie is still pushing and getting very close to delivery. Daryl is keeping safe at the head of the bed.
Going a little bit more. Come on, honey, you are very close to finish. Okay. Blow.
Honestly, couldn't look down
Oh,
there.
you're not looking?
No, I was looking towards the
Oh,
wall.
I actually thought you were looking.
No, I couldn't look once.
Oh my goodness, you are absolutely amazing, honey.
When her head come out, that was when I saw, like, oh my God. Like, not horribly, but it was sort of just like, that's coming out of there, like, jeez. Like.
Absolutely amazing, honey.
Oh, Jesus.
Head is out. Okay.
Once the head is delivered, then we wait for the restitution, which is like an internal rotation of the shoulders and external rotation of the head. So the baby needs to do that, and that's very important to know, to make sure it's happening, to prevent a possible shoulder dystocia. Okay, I'm feeling one, so just give me a huge push down, okay? That's it. The way Sophie was pushing was absolutely amazing for being the first baby. And because she pushed the way she did, the baby came out very fast.
That's it, a little bit more. Okay. Open your eyes. Oh, 15 past 7. Oh. What do we have?
I don't know. Look.
Puppy. Oh, look.
Oh, I definitely started crying
when she
out.
came out, and I was just like, oh my God.
It's just like a real overwhelming
feeling. You're just
yeah.
like, oh my God, like she's yours.
It was just a life-changing moment, wasn't
it?
Congratulations, honey. Absolutely amazing.
I think the bond between both of us just automatically sort of went stronger.
Just clicks,
just sort of.
You just realise that like these are your family, and it's just like she's your little girl.
Yeah.
Do you know?
And you got
you just have to give her the world. Like as soon as you see them, you're just like, right, I'm going to do everything for you, and give you the best of everything. And that's definitely the way I felt anyway.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you.
I'm so proud of you, Soph.
So, Papi. I was like, oh my gosh. Happy birthday, Papi.
They'd be looking for me in the emergency room on a Friday to see what have I baked today, and so I can get things done in the hospital by telling them I'll bake you a cake. If something needs to be done in maintenance or in any department of the hospital, I'll tell them, oh, I'll make you a cake if you do that for me.
In the emergency department, being monitored are Slovakian Daniela and her Malawian husband Fred, who are expecting their first child together. Daniela had some set boundaries before she met Fred.
Here we are, getting close.
I met Daniela at work.
He was my colleague, and I don't mix the business with love. We was the same level because I'm kind of nursing way and caring.
She felt like she knew more than I knew,
Anybody
so she can
else,
tell me how work is done.
And we have to keep them like the same way, like at home. Like when you take the clean plate, you put the clean plate back. So
leave him alone. He has a GPS on. Don't worry, he knows navigation.
He's sleeping.
We had a date and we started going out. I think it's after 2 or 3 years, no, 3, 4 years that then I proposed to her and then we get married.
Lovely, thanks Emil, bye.
When Daniela came in, the waters had broken and we noticed that there was meconium in the waters. So because she wasn't in established labour yet, the obstetrician came to see her and they made the decision that they would induce her.
The only reason we're inducing is because of the meconium. Otherwise we would wait 24 hours, but we can't wait when the baby's floating around in the meconium, yeah.
From my nursing knowledge, I know what's going through because even the first daughter had the same, but water didn't broke, so it was the other way around. I was a little bit like scared, like if the baby will be right, like everything will be okay with him. That's all.
What kind of nurse were you, or are you? General nurse, lovely. You were busy.
By the time I went in, she had just started on the oxytocin drip and she had a few cramps but wasn't really in labour.
Now, Daniela has never had an epidural, okay, so she's got a good pain threshold.
Yeah. Typically, Eastern European women are very stoic. Their epidural rates are much lower than Irish women's epidural rates. So if you're meeting an Eastern European woman who's had 2 big babies with no pain relief previously, you kind of know they're well able to have this baby.
Dad, Freddie, has gone downstairs to grab a few bits and pieces. He's going to get a ball. We're going to get mobilising.
Sounds like a plan.
Try and shake this baby out.
Fred has been in the delivery room before, on his first marriage, with alarming results.
With my first child, I passed out. I was really looking forward to it, but the experience of seeing a child coming into the world caught me off guard.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Ailey. I'm going to look after you.
All right, thank you. This time around, I say, you know what? I'm gonna make it through.
Do you want to come up a little bit? You're sliding down. Are you okay?
Jesus, that's a strong woman.
Yeah. Now, pull yourself back there.
When you're trying to get a labour to move on and you're trying to get the baby to come down and move into the pelvis, the best positions are upright positions because gravity is going to help the baby come down. So walking or sitting on the ball just allows you to be upright, and the ball is really good because it means the woman doesn't have to support her own weight. You know, she's sitting down, but her pelvis is in a good position to allow the baby to come down.
See, we have the woody floor, so it's kind of...
Yeah.
Picking.
Have you been sitting on the ball? At home?
Did tonight,
Comfortable,
yeah. This, last night. Not tonight, last night. And now a doggy doesn't like it.
The ball, no?
No.
She barking for the...
She's scared.
Yeah. When we brought up the ball first time at home, Ruby hates it. She was going and barking, fighting with the ball because she didn't expect it to be having in the house. And I said, look, this is your new friend. When I was getting pregnant, I didn't know it. That dog come to me and start like sitting on my lap. Before, she never come and very clearly cuddle with me. But that day when I did the test, she was the first one who came and jumped on my lap and she stays without calling her. And me and Fred, we look at each other like, what's going on? Then bingo.
She knows.
Then later on, actually, I read somewhere the article, like dogs from your output, like he feels like your status is changed and you're pregnant.
He never before come and sit next to me. These days, he's sitting here, sleeping on my foot. Like...
Well, hopefully it likes the baby.
Yeah.
I was in the swimming pool one time. I did lane swimming for a while, and there was a fella in the lane beside me. We got up to the top, and next thing he goes,
and where?
And I just, at the swimming pool, and the coach, I just said, tell him to stop it. Please tell him to stop it.
That's disgusting.
A big gullier into the pool. Oh. And all I kept thinking when I was doing the swim was, disgusting. And I tried, like even walking along the road, if I hear someone doing it, that is disgusting.
Daniela is feeling unwieldy with her big bump. She has had 2 big babies before from a previous relationship when she was in her early 20s.
The bump looks bigger when you're sitting up, actually.
Yeah. But this is the half size.
Really?
I'm
Before the water broke?
Yeah. It was bigger. I came to Ireland 2007, planning for 3 months. And here I am, 12 years, second time married with Fred. Blessed with a 3rd child. I have 2 children from previous marriage.
So there's a lot of brothers and sisters now to look after this baby, doesn't it?
Yeah. But I think so, the oldest sister, actually I spoke with her yesterday, I told her like, if I go more than 10 days overdue, I'm gonna blame it you. And she was like, why? And I said, because you are firstborn.
Yeah.
And this morning, you're gonna show her that, hey, the baby is here after that conversation.
So I'm gonna pray for you, I will. So, okay.
No, we never actually discussed about having a baby. I felt like past, because she's 17 and Sophia is like 15, so such a thing never occurred.
Oh, what fell?
The baby.
Well, we feel it, don't worry. That 4 kilos, I'm gonna definitely feel it.
Generally, women who have had babies before labour much more quickly and much more effectively than somebody having their first baby. But if there's a long gap, and especially if somebody's had their first babies young, you know, kind of 17, 18, and now they're in their late 30s, it can be more difficult for them to labour. But I think it's age as well, you know. When you're young, labour is much more effective. So if you roll round on your back then, Daniela, and we'll see what's happening. You have the very small knickers. Freddie, do me a favour, go in this cupboard, the top one. Open the doors right up and I'll show you. Now, see the thing that says Amni hook in the middle? This one, yeah, give me one of this one. I think there's still a little bubble of water in front of the baby's head, so I'm going to pop that one. Sorry. Oh. Yeah, finished. I think you have a little while to go. So it's up to you. You want to try the gas and see if you like it? And if it helps, we'll keep going with that. And if it doesn't, then we can give you either the pethidine injection or the epidural.
Okay.
What do you think? Can we try it and see? Because you are coping very well.
You look like Aggie there as a Kim. Which one? Who's the blonde one? She's Kim. She does, doesn't she? Kim she.
The face you made.
You make those faces.
It was the face.
She's like that. Yeah, that's what we mean.
How are you feeling?
Good, yeah, I'm so excited.
The moment has come for Yana and Emmanuel to head to theatre for the delivery of their first child, and the excitement is palpable.
Finally.
So he will be the first boy in the family, and everyone is just delighted. Oh yay! There will be a boy finally.
I need to drink all of it, yeah?
Oh, look at this.
I think so.
Look at that. Hello, you. That's a nice one.
Oh, yeah, just welcome in the world.
Exactly. Okay, that's great.
Thank you. You might feel a little bit of a stretch there. That's great. Now, drop the drapes a little bit so Mum and Dad can see. Oh my God, crying before we're even out.
I can see him.
Hello. Hello. Hi. Oh, his face a little clean there.
Yes. Yeah, it's a boy. Look at that. Oh.
No, he's gorgeous.
So cute. Oh, well done. Yes.
No, good set of lungs like his mum. Is he going to be a singer as well?
Well done.
Oh, you're gorgeous.
Oh, look at.
Thank you very much. Congratulations, he's fab.
Thank you. Oh, look at him. Oh, thank you very much. Look at that. Yeah, Philip. Hello, boy. Oh, well done. Well done. You're very good. Any pain? No?
No.
Do you feel anything?
Shaking a little bit.
Yeah, it's quite normal. It's a bit cold as well, but you'll be fine. Yeah.
3.35 kilos. Oh, lovely size.
Lovely.
Very good.
Oh, look at him. Look at that. Yes. Oh, sorry. Yes, look at him.
Look at these little fingers.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Yes. Hello, Philip. That's the most amazing thing in the world, to be honest. Philip, Daddy. Yes. Bon appétit. Bon appétit. Congratulations.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you very much. I have a boy. Oh, wow, that's so nice, so cute. I know. Daddy's here. Yes. Daddy's here. Yes.
One day I was going up to the NOCU and there was a guy at the door trying to get in. He stopped me, he said, can I come in? I said, is your child in there? And I was going to swipe him in. He said, no, we just want to have a look. I said, what do you mean you just want to have a look? He said, at them. At him. I said, the babies, all the small babies. I said, it's not a zoo. You can't just go in and have a look at the kids. Like, he goes, can you not?
This is the wrong time to bring these out, like before lunch.
I know. But what can you do?
And what can you do? Eat them.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm spinning work. What a waste. What a waste.
New mum Sophie's attendance at the Rotunda didn't end the day she left with her baby, Poppy. She now accesses their mental health services after a difficult struggle with postnatal depression.
Yeah, so like in the hospital when I couldn't get her to latch or she wasn't feeding or anything, like there was always a midwife or a healthcare assistant there to help me to come in no matter what time of the day or night it was.
Oh, and that's the case.
We didn't have to do anything, all we had to do was literally sit in the bed and feed the baby, like nothing. And then you're just kind of papers are signed and off you go, and it's just like, no, do it by yourself. Like, Poppy was probably 3.5 weeks and I was still crying, like couldn't cope, like didn't want to be around anyone, didn't want to be around her, like, and especially with being breastfed, she had to be around me, like she was constantly attached to me, and everyone says it's a magical feeling and a bond when you breastfeed, and it wasn't like that for me at all.
Yeah.
And I don't mind, like I don't be like, oh my God, like I have to get up with her in the middle of the night, or oh my God, I have to have her tomorrow. It's not like that anymore.
Yeah.
So I stopped the breastfeeding, and it was just one day here, I just like to my mum, I've had enough, like I just don't want to be here. Like I start getting really like distressing thoughts of like suicide, a lot of stuff. So it was an horrendous time for me, and I knew that this wasn't normal, because if every woman felt like this after having a baby, you wouldn't have babies, like you wouldn't have any more kids. Definitely have like much better days, and I'm starting to kind of like enjoy things. Like
I couldn't understand why she wasn't happy. Do you know what I mean? Like, I never understood like any sort of depression, let alone postnatal depression. And I'm sort of coming home and she's sort of not enjoying it as much as I am.
And that not enjoying things, you know, it's a real core symptom of depression, and so to see that lift is really encouraging.
Yeah.
Society's representation of pregnancy, motherhood, is completely at odds with the lived experience.
With my generation, like my age group, all I did was look at Facebook and Instagram, and it was these mums that had babies same times as me, and their figure was perfect, and they were...
A pregnancy can be very challenging for a woman. She may feel that she has to live up to certain expectations, that she cannot complain, that she cannot say, I don't feel great.
And she's perfect, I'm not, so...
Incredibly
This
unrealistic
is,
expectations.
Yeah,
and,
it's amazing, I look this great, and I was just like that, like, why can't that be me?
I'm sure we spoke about mindfulness at some
Oh
stage.
yeah, I love mindfulness.
And you're doing bits and pieces of it?
It takes a while to get into it, and at the start you're like, oh my God, this is so stupid, but then when you actually relax and just do it, it will work.
Sophie spent 3 weeks in another hospital as an inpatient, receiving treatment for her depression.
At the moment, I've come out of hospital, but I'm still attending their day programme, which is amazing, just for, you know, the support and the kind of tips and skills to kind of deal when I'm feeling overwhelmed or any anxiety or stuff.
You have our contact number, so if there was a problem, you can contact us and just we could see you sooner.
People need to be aware that this can happen, and it's okay to happen, because there is so much support when you actually like are involved in it. Like, you see a completely different side to the services and the support networks there, and even being out, the amount of women that I've talked to who have been, I had postnatal depression, but yeah, they were too ashamed to say it. And that's why a big thing to me, and I think even to my family and stuff, like, I want women to know it's okay not to be okay.
Look, it's been great.
Thank you.
So well.
That we have each other, do you know? And it's okay, and you'll get through it. Yeah.
I like having a day where I will blitz my house from top to bottom. And I love the smell of bleach in the bathroom and the kitchen.
Come here, I flip it.
It's not good for the environment. Well, it's good for getting rid of all the
I like
bugs.
that sunflower. Is that what you call it?
What?
Sunflower.
Zoflora.
Zoflora. That's lovely. And I think it's really good for the floors.
And then all the floors are mopped. It's lovely.
Back in room 8, Daniela is close to meeting her new baby. She's been using the gas to deal with the intensity of the contractions.
Excellent, that's it. Well done.
When I asked her how long and I have to going through, and she said like 6 more minutes. Be honest with you, that 6 minutes was for me was like a hell. I'm not gonna make it.
Okay, give a little push then if it's there, Daniela. That's it, well done. Perfect, and a little one again. Well done, now just blow like this. Just blow, 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 blow. Just blow. Perfect. Well done. Now, that's the worst bit, okay? That's your baby's head. If they're labouring with no analgesia, you get a feel for them, you know, they go into their self and there wouldn't really be vocal communication anymore, you know, it would be more reading her body language. So the baby's coming actually, give a little push down.
No! Look at that! 622! Oh, look at that! Well done! Well done, Daniela. I can't prescribe, but there was as well like love for the first view. Like when you touch it and you see it, like he's fine and he's here. Mommy was hours.
Well done. You were very good.
He was perfect support, and midwifery, she was absolutely as well perfect.
Yeah, let me see this one.
He's gorgeous.
Well done.
I know.
Like very excited when I saw him, and from the first time my eyes caught him, I felt like it was a healthy baby, so I thank God for that.
Oh my God, we can hear you. Yeah. Well done.
Oh my God, you're fantastic.
You were fantastic.
No, you are the fantastic.
Welcome to the world, son.
No, it never gets old. Like, I think that's the best bit about it. You know, you're kind of privileged to be there in that moment and be part of it. And it's lovely. It's a lovely moment. You are a big boy. Was he 4.5 kilos? About 10 pounds? I think it's about 10 pounds. Yeah, he's a big boy. 4.54. 4.54.
Jesus
Very big.
That's a big boy.
That's a big boy.
And the 56 is not gonna fit him.
The clothes?
Yeah. I was ready. Even I didn't buy the clothes from 0 to 3. I always buy it from 3 to 6.
You feel okay?
Feel very happy.
Good.
Mission accomplished.
Yes.
Welcome to the Rotunda, the longest running maternity hospital in the world and the busiest in Europe. It has seen the birth of almost 1 million Dubliners, and some 24 new babies are added to that number every day.
Well done.
Congratulations.
It's a place of extreme highs and devastating lows.
Please cry.
Agony and ecstasy, all happening second to second.
Lovely little fella.
We're there for the most intimate of moments as people experience events which will change their lives forever.
Yeah, the baby's almost out. Come on.
Events to be remembered and retold for generations to come.
Well done. You're okay. Your baby's nearly here. Oh, here we go.
Doing pelvic floor exercises, it's important to do it correctly. So when you do your pelvic floor exercise, it's an inside muscle. So you only squeeze the muscles inside. So nobody should know you're doing your pelvic floor exercises. You shouldn't be holding your breath. You shouldn't be going up and down on your buttocks. So you squeeze the muscle from around the back passage and bring that feeling forwards and upwards. Keep breathing and no one should know you're doing them.
Weights and... Does everyone know it's a boy? Yeah. Yeah? Yeah. So guessing the weights now.
Checking into the Rotunda are 21-year-olds Jessica and Sean, who are expecting their first child. The intensity of the contractions has come as a surprise.
I would have liked to have thought like that I had like quite a high pain threshold, but it didn't turn out that way. Do you know what I mean? Like especially in a class, like give you all the breathing exercises, but that just goes right out the window. Like it's the last thing in your mind. Come up.
Fantastic. You're okay. You're okay. All right. You're all right.
For pain relief, Jessica has chosen to have an epidural.
The pain was immense. Yeah, definitely so.
It's okay. It's okay. Big suck in and blow out.
My hand will never be the same.
That's what I said to him. I said, I'm surprised you didn't go running from me, like, do you know what I mean?
Oh well, that's it. Stay focused. Squeeze Sean's hand if you need to.
Oh, I can't do it.
You can, Jessica. Jessica, you can. You're okay. Use your gas. Come on now, use your gas. That's it. In and out. Come on now.
It's very important as a midwife to support them and encourage them to stay still and breathe, like deep breathing techniques, whether it's natural breathing or using the gas and air.
Well done. Contraction? No. Pain in your back? Middle, left or right? Left? Pain in the left. You're okay.
Is it sharp pain or?
Pressure on the left. Okay, really, really important to breathe on the gas. That wasn't easy, but you did so well. Well done.
It wasn't easy.
I've 30-year-old account. That's what I have to my name. I'm 46 and I own €30. I had to bring the animals to the vet yesterday evening and I was going to bring
There's your money. There's your money there.
That cost 80 quid. And that was just for the cat. The cat's mouth's gone green. Something's going on.
Have you pet insurance, Ruth?
No, I don't have health insurance for me. I'm hardly going to have health insurance for you.
It'll be unusual for you. But in fairness, like having the beacon.
We work in Tesco's, that's how we met. It's really weird though, like it started out as like proper mates and then he thought it'd be funny to buy me a bunch of flowers on Valentine's Day.
Oh.
Jess had no Valentine. And I just thought it'd be nice to, or a bit funny to buy her some flowers and a box of chocolates and give them to her in front of the whole canteen, all the people. And ever since then, kind of just clicked.
Oh, how long ago was that?
Last year.
Oh, lovely.
Because that's what's funny about it is that we were dating for a while and then like when you make it official, my pregnancy dates back to that time.
No way.
Yeah.
When we found out Jess was pregnant, it was a big shock, you know. You don't really know how to react. And then everything starts rushing through your mind, like, you know, well, where do we go from here? Who do we tell? Who do we not tell?
So the Valentine's this year will be completely different. There'll be flowers and a baby.
Oh yeah.
But you have to get flowers, so make that a ritual now every year. Flowers and roses as a little joke.
Yeah, we are snack box. You're snack box.
All I'm thinking of is cold toes, cold toes. What's wrong with me?
There, your snack box.
Which day do you look like this?
I've seen all this.
If I woke up with no arms and legs, would you still love me?
Brazilian couple Alina and Tiago are expecting their second child together. It's been a rocky road to this point in their relationship.
Depois, por volta dos 22 anos, né, a gente se encontrou numa festa e ficou nesse dia. Aí, assim, começou a ficar e já ficou mais sério. Foi onde a gente começou a namorar. Que aí desse namoro veio o Gabriel, nosso primeiro filho. Ele comprou a passagem para vir para Irlanda. Aí ele veio sozinho, depois eu ia vir. Só que durante um ano que ele estava aqui, aí não deu certo o relacionamento assim, né, com a distância. E a gente voltou de novo, o Gabriel já estava com 9. Nesses 4 anos a gente assim tinha relacionamento mesmo só de...
Amigo?
Amigos, assim, a gente não se envolveu, não. E nesse tempo ele não teve uma fase muito boa no Brasil.
Me envolvi com droga, fui bem no fundo do poço mesmo, então eu cheguei até a me internar numa clínica de recuperação. E nesse período que eu me internei nessa clínica de recuperação foi onde a minha mãe e a minha irmã e a Aline, que me ajudaram bastante.
Alina has an appointment at the Rotunda's maternal medicine clinic.
So I'm just checking, Alina, that...
She's had a very precarious and difficult pregnancy so far. At 24 weeks, she was rushed into hospital.
Teve dia, eu acordei engasgada, fui no banheiro, tossi e saiu sangue. O Thiago me trouxe para o hospital, os exames, medicamento, tudo era de risco para o bebê. Foi colocando muito sangue para fora, aquele sangue vivo. Tá encaixado já?
It's not down, but it's in the right position. She had a background of abnormal development in her lungs, something called bronchiectasis. When she became pregnant, there's increased blood flow to the lungs. So this was an event that happened suddenly and could have absolutely put her life at risk.
O tempo todo eu só rezava, pedia a Deus. Não sei, eu tinha medo de perder minha esposa, eu tinha medo de perder minha filha. Eu não sabia o que fazer. Como chefe de família, eu me senti frágil, eu me senti meio que inútil.
Blood pressure is excellent. It's normal, yeah.
Alina needed emergency surgery at a general hospital to correct the problem. Unfortunately, she suffered a stroke during the procedure and went temporarily blind.
Because that's important to keep an eye on your blood pressure, particularly because of what happened with your vision.
As pessoas, quando vê ela, perguntam, nossa, mas você teve um AVC? Ainda a gente fala, não, ainda continua, mas assim, ainda não acabou. Mas com fé em Deus vai dar tudo certo. Já tá dando certo e vai dar certo até o final. Né, irmão?
I'm not a Ghostbuster, I expect to do. Oh, Sarah, have you heard of Sarah? You heard of Sarah, have you? The doors open and closed and the baby's hat's been moved. And have you ever seen the old windows, the old draw windows, you know, they weigh half a ton. One of those shot up in the middle of the night when there was 2 midwives there having a cup of tea. And they bricked themselves, they were terrified.
No gas when there's no pain. Back in a moment.
Jessica has had the epidural for 3 hours, but it hasn't been fully effective.
Ilya, my examiner, like she's very, it's pressure, like, no, she's very distressed with pressure. Like she was 6 centimetres an hour ago, only an hour and 5 minutes ago. She's contracting.
What was the H when she was 6?
-1.
Sure, get her.
What's it?
Get her to my wife. Oh.
She's asking for you.
You're okay, honey, you're okay. You're okay. Jessica, use the gas, okay? You have to stay in control of the situation, okay? Really slow breaths in and out.
It was heartbreaking at moments, but you have to be calm and kind of persevere so she can be calm, because the last thing you want is for her to get stressed out, you know?
Well done, I'm sorry. Fantastic, okay, well done. Nice slow breaths in and out. So your baby's lying with his back to your back, okay? If you can imagine right now, he's lying like this. He's looking up to the sky, okay? The wider part of his head is trying to descend into the pelvis. But unfortunately, in this position, it's just gonna be really tough to get on top of the pain relief, okay? Keep using your gas.
She was just so tired at this stage. She was exhausted, she was in so much pain, she was emotional. And, you know, she kept saying she wanted the baby to come out there and then.
This Pat, is it? Sorry for disturbing you. Can you come and review a lady in room 9? She has an epidural sited, but it's not working. The anaesthetist is senior.
I never thought it wouldn't work the first time. Like, you know, you don't think things don't work when you're in the hospital, but it just didn't
Stuff
work.
happens.
Yes,
And
it didn't work, and that was kind of scary.
Well done. That's fantastic.
In less than 5% of cases, the epidural isn't fully effective.
It does happen. Epidurals don't always work, you know, and it can be very traumatic and stressful for the lady because the idea of an epidural is pain relief and pain-free. And when it doesn't go to plan, then, you know, that can be very distressing.
Oh. Well done, you're okay.
Hey, sorry.
You're doing great, Will. You're doing great.
She got a second epidural. It's called a combined spinal epidural. So it's a little bit different. It's a spinal epidural with an epidural, so it works quicker.
Is that okay? I'll go for some break, some lunch, okay? The pressure is normal, honey, okay? I've taken the gas away.
Pain is gone completely though. It's just pressure, I promise.
Super. And if the pain comes back, you know where the button is on the epidural. Okay, you're the best. Well done.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
It's not easy.
You're doing great.
Man, you won't want to come near me. Like she's a flippin' lunatic.
I knew that before sometime.
Shut up.
Doing what? Told you.
It's time for Alina and Tiago to have their baby. Alina's medical history will impact on the form of delivery.
As Alina has had coughed up blood from a bleeding blood vessel in her lung, anything that might increase the pressure to that area would be worrying. And so therefore a long labour perhaps would put more strain on that area.
Tem vezes que ela dói assim, só de lado, assim. Não sei se é onde tem o quadro.
Procurar não ficar nervosa nem estressar. Né?
Quando eu tô estressada, dá aquela pressão na cabeça. Faz tum. É tipo um coração batendo na cabeça.
The best advice is that she avoid having a prolonged labour, avoid pushing, and therefore we've recommended that the baby be born by cesarean section.
Maria passa na frente, a senhora passa na frente. Dá tudo certo, São Miguel.
No parto do Gabriel, hoje o Gabriel está com 12 anos, ele não pôde estar presente. Aí esse agora que ele vai poder estar presente. E assim, é um momento muito importante para a vida do casal. Vou se sentir mais segura com ele do lado.
Okay, we have a little girl, okay? There you go, she's gorgeous, all right? Well done, okay?
Nasceu pretinho. Nasceu pretinho. Dedão.
Olha, nem de direito, não.
Você é muito forte. Valeu, velho. Agora passou, né? Que alívio.
You okay to put it there, okay?
Nossa, que tamanhozinho.
There you go, gorgeous.
Papai, narizinho de papai.
Oh, reconhece a voz.
Sofia, que dentinho bonito, papai. Cara de papai.
Cortando as trompas. Mas só que por causa dos problemas, das complicações que eu tive, aí todas as minhas gravidez e parto vai ser de risco. Aí a gente optou, vai ficar só com
2 meses. Uma guerreira, já veio lutando junto com a gente E é isso aí, a gente tem uma gratidão imensa a Deus. E começar tudo de novo, depois de 12 anos, não é fácil não, mas a gente estamos aí, firme e forte.
Excuse me? Para 1.5 centimeters.
However, you can come like slow walk up to room
Slow.
Slow. Preferably like 16 minutes slow.
16 minutes.
Fantastic. So Jessica, I can't feel any cervix. Okay. That means that you're 10 centimeters. Well done. So at 6:20, we'll start pushing to meet this baby, okay? It's funny.
It's fully dilated.
It's fully dilated.
Sean. 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 We're 10 centimeters.
Did you hear the good news, Sean?
I did not, no.
I told you, 10 centimeters.
I was asleep.
So we started pushing, I think it was either 6:30 or 7:30. No, it was 6:30.
No, 6:30 would have been.
Big deep breath in, chin on your chest, and a really strong push down. Push all that pressure away. Push your baby down, that's it. Stronger than that. Stronger than that. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Stronger.
I think it was only every 1 in 3 pushes. I think I was actually getting something out of it, like where the baby was actually getting pushed down and stuff.
Really strong. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Tried all different positions to push, like on the left side and the right side.
Fantastic. Well done. Catch your breath.
And it just got to that point where it was kind of going, okay, right, you were coming up on about a 45-minute mark. Nothing's really happening still. That's when I said to him, I said, like, I'm actually starting to get a bit worried now, like if there's something wrong.
I'm just going to check your temperature there. Just the baby's heart rate is getting a little bit high, and sometimes your temperature is 38, so it's quite high. Okay. So there's only so long we can leave you. If you're really hot, you can imagine that inside the baby's even hotter, and it's not a great environment for them to be in, and the heart rate is starting to get a little bit high. So I think that we give the doctors a shout and they might give you a hand.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
That's perfect.
Chin on your chest and bear down all the way into your bottom. Really.
With the baby showing signs of distress, a doctor has arrived to attempt an instrumental delivery.
Keep going, keep going. The doctor downwards extracts the baby with the forceps. The mum has to still push the baby out and the doctor guides the baby. Okay, all right, that's it. Go for it. Big, big push, big, big push. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Well done, fantastic. That's it. Catch your breath. The contraction's gone.
I've heard about what the forceps are like and what they do, but
You don't expect.
geez, you don't expect it
It
because
was a new level.
Go on, use it, use it, use it, use it, use it. Keep going, Jessica, keep going, 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 keep going. Keep going, Jessica. Okay, I'm relaxed, I'm relaxed.
Again, it was the same thing. Every 1 in 3 pushes, we were only getting something, even with the help.
After a failed forceps delivery, Jessica is being prepped for theatre.
Lift up your bum. You're pushing so long and you're coming down, they're looking up, okay? The only alternative was to deliver by C-section. And that was pretty stressful, and it was a category 1 section, so it's all hands on deck. You understand, okay? Because his heart rate is going high. There's slow breaths in and out, you're okay.
she gets whisked away, then that's when I think I lost my cool a little bit, and because I'm not really have any control anymore.
Now, will you get that changed?
Yep.
Thank you.
We use incubators in our neonatal intensive care units for several reasons. The incubator is obviously a very clear plastic box that allows us to see babies. So inside the incubator, in the first week or two, we'll often find that they're in 36-degree heat. just to keep themselves warm. Their skin is so immature, they need to be in a lot of humidity. So these babies will be in 85–90% humidity. Their skin is so thin. You can see veins very clearly through the skin. It's just immature.
Downward dog. Is that what you're doing?
No, I did a hiccup.
Oh. Is that because of air or something?
Parents of 4, Aileen and Rory, have been keeping vigil at the incubator of their premature daughter Emily since her delivery at 26 weeks gestation.
Little baby Emily was running into some problems before she was delivered. She was smaller than we would like and not growing terribly well. And although there are risks associated with being born prematurely, there are times when the balance of risks is in favour of bringing somebody out and bringing them to the NICU, delivering them early.
Good girl. Good girl.
Gosh, she had 18 mils of
Air in her, I know.
That's what's the CPAP belly.
Yeah.
Once they started, you know, the section and the baby was coming out, they did the delayed core clamping and you could just hear somebody shouting out 10, 20, 30, and they got to 50 seconds, and then there was this tiny, tiny little squeak of, you know, I just remember looking at you going, that's our baby. You know, the baby is alive.
She's sucking her thumb. Yeah. Good girl.
We had been told if we get baby out of the theatre and into the NICU, it'll be minute by minute. So our first hurdle was
To get out, firstly to get baby out.
Yeah.
To make sure baby's okay, and then get baby as far as the NICU, and they would take it from there, and they were going to call us when they had baby settled. So that was
that was her birth.
Emily was born more than 3 months before her due date and weighed just over 600 grams.
Some of my tears have been, you know, like at home, have been about, I should still be pregnant. I should be waddling around the place and saying, oh, you know, like, I'm tired. In a way, you do feel as if she was just taken away from me, and because you can't hold her, which is your just instinct as a mammy, is just to hold her and to try and, you know, make her feel better and soothe her and calm her, and I can't do what I should be doing. Oh, and now you start to wriggle again. You're wriggling. Yeah. Okay. That's okay. Don't forget to breathe. Oh, that's all right.
Premature baby can have two kinds of problems with breathing. The first one is that quite simply they forget to. The basic stimulus that comes from your brain telling you to breathe in and out is a little stop-start in babies. The second big group of breathing problems that premature babies have is because their lungs are immature. Emily was very tiny, but she was also just a little over a half of the way through pregnancy. Her lungs were not like the lungs of an older child, and they don't work as effectively or as efficiently.
I just tend to watch the monitor and just see it constantly, and the main one at the moment is her respiration, so it's the number of times she's breathing. If she forgets to breathe, then it brings everything down, so the heart rate, and she's actually done that now. She has. Up you go. Good girl. But you have to breathe, don't you? Now, somebody going to come over? Come on. Come on, Missy. Come on, you were doing so well there for a bit. Oh.
With Emily's oxygen saturation levels dropping fast, neonatal nurse Marilyn stimulates her to restart her breathing.
She's been up and down all day. Yeah. Oh.
Another factor making it hard for Emily to breathe is excess air in her tummy due to the CPAP breathing assistance machine. Marilyn eases this by using a syringe to suck some of the air out.
Oh. Good girl. Oh, look, you're gone pink again. Oh, that's better. That is much better. You know, they say that this is a roller coaster, and you know it's a roller coaster, and you know that there's going to be bad days and good days and really, really bad days, but you still, when they actually come, it just hits you like a ton of bricks, and you just think the worst, and you think they're going to find other things. They're going to, is this potentially the end? How can somebody so tiny, come out of it? And then you just see her, and she's rallying there, and she's a fighter, and she's determined, and she's doing fine. She's doing fine. Like, we would do anything for her, but we can't breathe for her.
Jessica is being prepared for an emergency cesarean section after a failed forceps delivery. After 10 hours by her side, Sean is waiting to be called into theatre for delivery.
That's sore there when you're pressing around it.
I can feel the sharpness.
Do you feel it sore or it's on the sharp?
Yeah.
Is that sore?
Yeah.
GA?
Yeah.
Don't be sorry,
Just tell
Jessica.
Dad about that next.
Don't be sorry, honey, okay? But we need to make sure you're comfortable before we do the section, okay? Because you can't be in pain. So we are going to put you off to sleep, okay?
She's still feeling a little bit of sharpness, so they decided that it's best to put her to sleep for the section. Alright, that means you won't be able to go in, okay? And she's okay, everything's fine. It's just she wasn't completely comfortable, so it's just better to put her to sleep. Alright. So when we've news, we'll be out to you.
Yeah. Alright guys, knife to skin.
7:52.
Waiting outside the theatre, that was very scary. It was one of the scariest things I think I ever had to think, because you don't know what to be feeling. Like, I'm just sitting out there and just waiting for anything, I kind of just had to kind of sit down and say, right, well, they know what they're doing, of course, but it's very worrying. I remember just the first thing I heard then was him crying. And that was like the most relieving feeling of my life. Like, you hear nothing and then you just hear this little baby crying, he's all right. And then you can see him just through the cracks of the door and off stuff, getting cleaned and everything. And it was great.
Sean, look who's here. Look at your son. Congratulations. Well done. There you go. There's your little man. He's perfect. Look at the lips. It's beautiful. Well done. Well done. Have a seat there behind you, just with him. Just well done. Have a seat. He's absolutely perfect. He's really big. Yeah, he's really big, but he's perfect. There you go. Look, if you stop crying there, because you're holding him. Well done. He's perfect. Hey, buddy. How are you?
Yeah, I'd be browned off as well. Took your time, didn't you? Didn't you? Yeah. It was absolutely amazing, just that moment of fear, really, and then just for it to all be just washed away in a moment. It was great.
Okay. Come on, mister. What's your name?
Rory.
Rory.
Rory, yeah.
Oh, lovely. Come on, Puddin.
Get a seat.
His birth, as traumatic as it was and how scary as it was, wouldn't change a second of it, because I don't think he would have came out the same. I mean, everything happens for a reason.
Oh my God.
Arriving into the delivery suite is Christina, originally from Lithuania, and her fiancé Raphael from Brazil. They are hoping to meet their first child today.
I'm looking at your notes here. Christina, I'm Anne, lovely to meet you. And Raphael.
I'm Raphael.
Raphael, lovely to meet you. So come on in.
Thank you.
She landed in 3 centimetres, looked very calm, asked her what she would like to do as regards pain relief, and she said she'd have just the gasp.
You're doing really well, and you're not even vocal. Like most people are quite upset at this stage.
Can't wait to meet him.
A little boy, is it?
Most ladies will be quite distressed even at 1 centimetre.
So she was very quiet. Raphael,
Yes.
your spelling of your, wait, let's see, is it here? Raphael. That's
Yeah.
perfect. I think that was the spelling of one of the turtles, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was just thinking that was sort of popular when I was.
You're probably one of
No,
the few ones that came up with the turtles, because usually people remind of Caravaggio, the painter, Italian painter.
Oh yeah, that was the Middle Ages, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not that old yet. So where did you meet?
New Year's. New
A
Year's
New Year.
Eve.
Oh, very good.
I went on New Year's for to Lithuania.
Lovely.
And I met there.
You met herself.
Her. Yeah. As most people have been doing lately, using those apps to matchmakers, things like that, and I used one of them. Came across her profile, and then we started talking and said, okay, let's meet.
Oh, I better close the door. It's like being in O'Connell Street, isn't it?
Then I went over to her house, collect her with my friend. She just got into the car. She had never seen me before. I looked at her, you're crazy. Like, how come you come into a car with two guys you never met, going to a neighbor city? She looked at me, you are crazy. I'm in my country. I remember, you may not remember that, but she said, we speak Russian here. If I just shout here, you won't ever leave this country. And I got scared.
Because when they lie, it is stronger.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, you can get back off the bed. It's good to keep mobile anyway, because it'll help to bring the baby's head down, okay? Well, as much
We kind of liked each other straight away, Don't know if it would be too much to say love at first sight, at least from my perspective. I really liked her. I came back home. I was like thinking about her and all of that. I said, well, I would like to meet her again. And then things just start flowing.
And you've had no stretch marks, you lucky thing.
We always planned our holidays to meet somewhere in different countries. And we met quite a few times.
Yeah.
Just as well you didn't get any bigger. I think the nightwear is just at the stretching point, isn't it?
After just 5 months of a whirlwind long-distance romance, Christina discovered she was pregnant.
Then I was like, wow, it was a very short story, unplanned pregnancy, but brilliant, like.
Would you like a stool to swivel on? You know, move a little bit with your hips like this in between? Feel that would help you a little bit? Because it just, you know the way you get a little bit of backache. It might just help you there a bit. Now, I need our stool. I am here for 31 years now. It's a long time. And I loved here. So did room 1 deliver?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, room 1.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's great.
Room 1 and an SVD.
Oh, I'm delighted. She had a previous section, hadn't she? Oh, I'm delighted. What did I come out here for now? The babies are still arriving out the same way as they always did. I came out for something. Oh, the stool. Yeah, there we go. And it's dangerous going outside that door, do you know that? You go outside the door and you're asked about 20 things.
God.
Yeah, bad, no? Look at that, so dry.
That's fine.
Cracked and bleeding.
The only place I need to moisturise is my
feet.
Tattoo.
Fuck, show us it. I only saw it in 2D. Oh my God, Annette, what were you thinking? Were you drunk?
Hilarious.
Yeah, because it's no bone.
What did he forget? She got
did he forget one of those?
Yeah, at 4 o'clock in the evening she says to me, on Friday, will you come in and get a tattoo with me? I'm afraid to go by myself. Would you want me to get one? And she goes, yeah. And I said, you said you were thinking about it. I said, no, I only said I was thinking about it. I said, but it has to be something that means something to me.
Yeah. That's a good one. That is deadly.
First, the lovely one's down the middle of her back.
That's gas.
So funny.
So gas.
Are you ready for some cuddles?
Baby Emily is well enough to be held by her parents for the first time in more than a week. She has reached the milestone of 1 kilo in weight.
Hi, Lily. How are you? Hello. Hi. Hi.
You know who's that?
Up you go. Up you go. You're definitely heavier since the last time you were here. You're getting bigger.
Are you happy? Who's more comfy, Daddy or Mummy?
Oh, don't ask that question.
It's funny to say she's getting big, and she has got big, but she has, and she's kind of padding out a bit, you know, like, and...
She's 1.5 the size, 1.5 times bigger at this point, you know.
Your milk will come out more. I can feel it getting, like, they're tingly. Yeah, no, I definitely do. I feel as if there's a tingliness kind of right there straight away the second she comes on me.
It's extremely important for preemies to have colostrum and to have breast milk straight from the mother. So I have been expressing since the recovery room.
Your big brother was 4 kilos when he was born, so you have a long way to go to catch up with him. The other hand is over just there. It has the cannula in it, so I think it's heavy for her to move. She's had a sleepy day. She hasn't really been wiggling.
When she was very small, she'd put on 50 grams over a day. When she was going from like 650 to 700, and I was going to do the maths on it, it's equivalent to me putting on 3 stone in 24 hours. So it's kind of like, because she had to change the breathing. It's like, yeah, you'd be very tired if you put on, an extra 3 stone onto your body. No, come on.
Oh dear.
Up, up. Up you go, missus. Come on, up, up.
Good girl, you're going to do it, aren't you? You're going to do it. Oh, little lady.
I don't think that you're ever out of the woods in the NICU. Anything could happen at any stage.
Have you earned your chum? Oh, have you?
You think you're doing okay, and I think
We're still day by day, and
we
it's
are
8 weeks later, so.
Look at that air.
Oh, yeah. Now,
I have her.
you have her, and I'll...
Yeah, hey.
No.
Did you enjoy it?
Hi, little lady. Hi, little lady. You get them out.
It's great to get her out. I can feel my chest is all red from where she was, so hold on to that for another little bit.
I remember the epidural only came in on my last baby. Were you kept in for 2 weeks after your sections?
No, only 5 days. People died of clots in their lungs and everything because they were immobilised, stuck in beds. You stayed in for nearly 7 days after vaginal delivery in those days as well, So now they're barely in 12 hours in a home.
If even some of them are gone after 6.
They've had to come in a few hours.
Still 3 centimetres dilated. Christina had been hoping for a quick labour.
Usually when you're at the 3 centimetres, Christina, it's normally about, you could say, up to 12 hours before you'd have the baby. But only nature will, God will know, okay? You might be one of those ones that will go quick enough. But usually we say 1 centimetre an hour is the way. So, you've 7 more to go, you had when you came up. It doesn't just drop out. Or like on the TV, on the TV it says, oh, the waters are gone. And then they say, oh yes, give us a push, and you hear a big scream and out flies the baby. It doesn't happen like that on the first. Maybe on your 2nd or 3rd, if you're lucky, not on the 1st, okay? You're doing great, Christina. Everyone's a little bit closer.
I don't feel like I'm doing great. From the first contraction, it was very, very painful. It just makes me dizzy. Doesn't help.
Don't take them.
I thought I can do naturally without any pain relief or anything. I don't know why I thought that. Can I have a epidural?
You can, of course. You feel you want to go with that, do you? Okay. Okay, that's
I was hoping I won't need it, but I can't stand.
Yeah, you're very calm, I have to say. Oh yes, I had an epidural on my first baby, and that was 30 years ago. And I was delighted with it. It was great. Try to keep the head down as much as you can, honey, and relax down the shoulders. That's it. Just nice and relaxed. Good girl. Well, I have 8 children myself. I've had some in my 20s, some in my 30s, and some in my 40s. Girl, you're doing fabulous. So I do know what it's like.
Oh, having contraction.
Got a contraction?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just wait for a moment.
Yeah, go ahead with your gas there, yeah. Okay.
She made us feel like home, although we were in the hospital, but you couldn't even feel that that feeling. It's like having mom next to you.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm alive again.
So you be aware of me, just my finger, okay?
After 2 hours in the delivery room, Anna's about to break Christina's waters. Something that doesn't faze Raphael.
You sure you want to watch this?
Oh, yeah, I don't mind. I've seen worse, believe me. I've been nursing for about 15 years, and you develop this kind of feeling that you become very cold. You see everyone as a potential patient, even if it's your family.
You're doing well. You're 7 centimetres. So well done, well done. And the water is clear.
That's good, 7
Actually,
centimeters.
like you've gone quite quickly. You know, it's great that you've gone so quickly. So I hope we'll see this baby before I go.
Give me a kiss. You're doing well.
Yeah, very well.
My delivery some years ago, which I believe is still the record for the heaviest baby at the Rotunda, which was about 6.5 kilos, which is about 14.5 pounds. I remember getting a card from them afterwards, thanking me and saying from the parents and the little giant.
For the next step in Emily's recovery, the team tried to take her off the CPAP machine. Unfortunately, she only lasted a couple of days before having to go back on it.
These little kids, breathing is like running a marathon for them. And what we really want them to do is not to use all their calories up on breathing. We need them to get bigger and stronger, because that's building muscles and lungs and everything else they need to do it for themselves. So because of that, we want to balance not pushing too hard, but giving a little bit of a sprint every so often.
To be honest, I'm just a little disappointed for her to, that she's back on the CPAP. I knew it last night. It's just coming in this morning. Then it's just kind of like it's. I know you have to try and error, it's all trial and error. See how she gets on, and I just felt that for her, because she did seem to be a bit more comfortable around the face and all of that. And
initially, when you come off CPAP, you might kind of manage, but if you get a little tired, you just kind of lose a little ground all the time, and sometimes couple of days on CPAP just gets you back to where you started. And in the meantime, she's growing her muscles, she's doing those nice push-ups that'll help her breathing, she's doing all the other stuff as well. We can't say she's going to do it the next time, but if that doesn't work, she'll go back on CPAP for another 2 or 3 days, and then we'll try it. And one of these times she'll just take off. She really will. Yeah. I didn't pass my driving test the first time around. Got there. I'm a very good driver now. She'll do the same.
Hello, labour ward Ruth.
After just 5 hours in the delivery room, it's time for Christina to start pushing, and for these first-time parents to meet their new baby.
Push down. That's the girl. Big, strong push. Keep it coming, that's it. Bit more if you can, a little bit more.
Because of epidural, and had to tell me when to push.
Well done. Well done. That was excellent.
That's a hard job.
Brilliant. And again, fill up again. Big push down again.
Well, I tried as hard as I can.
Oh my goodness, keep going with that push. That's really good, Christina.
You have to keep pushing for long period.
Well done, honey. Keep it going.
I try to keep pushing until the end says enough.
Now your baby's head is coming, okay? Well done. Oh. Well done, honey. Well done. That's it. Give us another push there.
Go, go,
Good
go, go.
girl. Another push. Come on, another push. He's crying before he's even out. I'll just take the cords around his neck, so I'll just take that away. There we go. Now, congratulations. Isn't he just lovely? 343. God bless you. Now. Oh, he's like his daddy.
I just looked at the baby and said, wow, I'm a daddy now. I have a family.
Up onto mommy there. There we are. Now. Congratulations to you both. Well done. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Oh, he's so lovely, isn't he? It's a miracle every time, and I think if it ever comes a time when you don't feel it's a miracle or you lose the awe in birth, I think it's time to maybe move on at that stage.
Yeah, he looks like Daddy.
He's so lovely.
Yeah, Mom and Dad is here, don't cry.
Coisa linda. Mandando beijo pra mim.
I first think I thought he's a little copy of Rafa.
Yeah.
You recognize Daddy's voice.
Mandando beijo pra mim. Yeah. I don't believe in coincidence. I think people just come across each other for a reason, for a purpose.
Put him against your skin there like that. That's perfect.
I believe we're not here for free. There's a reason for us to be here, for a reason to be together. And now we have something in common to keep ourselves walking together.
A gente vai cortar as unhas grandes?